Welcome to Talk of the Town, everyone.
The summer is winding down, and we hope you've been finding some really cool adventures.
We sure have, and we think it's the perfect way to start this show.
Every one of us navigated the COVID pandemic differently.
We all faced many new challenges, touching many aspects of our lives.
So we start today with two very inspiring people who seized the opportunity to make memories. The first one is very young.
We met Adam Deemer back in January, soon after he bought the big yellow school bus instead of starting his first year of college virtually. He was featured on Talk of the Town, where Kim and I got to help with his project. He finished most of the work in June, and his family threw a party before his first big trip.
Well, I finished the majority of stuff. I have a kitchen now, plumbing, sink, shower, couch. I can sleep in it.
I was just glad that he had something to work on, because it's not like he could get out and go hang out with friends or anything. So this was something he could do and be safe, keep his mind busy, keep his hands occupied, because he's just a doer.
Very nice.
Looks a little different last time.
Than the last time. We laid this piece of floor right here. I asked him if he ripped it up and redid it. He said no.
Yeah.
I was going to go to Colorado, but now because I don't have registration yet, I'm going to go to Maine and tour New England first. And then I have a campsite booked in Cape May for July. And then after that, who knows?
Oh, I'm just going to be sad I'm not with them.
Wait a minute, I thought he had to take you along.
He will at some point, but I know that his friends are all going to be like packed in there like sardines, so I'll pass this first go around.
My goodness, that's the tiniest little sink I ever saw.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish my sink was that small. It would be
Easier to clean.
And then by August, I have to go to Penn State for real, because I can't not go forever.
So
I can't take the bus. I might park it at a campground
Okay.
and Airbnb it or something.
Not yet.
But I can take it sophomore year, just not
Sophomore
freshman year.
Sophomore year, you can live in the
Yeah,
bus.
yeah.
Adam certainly turned the COVID-19 pandemic into a memorable experience that he will cherish for a lifetime.
That young man certainly used his wheels to turn the COVID-19 pandemic into a memorable experience he can cherish for a lifetime.
Leg power is what our next unique character is using on his adventure, right here on the Appalachian Trail.
He's 6 decades older than Adam, and if he completes his goal, he'll set a new record.
I'm just going to shoot my mouth off and tell you, when I finish this, I've got 10 more weeks, 9 more weeks, and I'll finish this hike. I will be the oldest person to through hike the Appalachian Trail.
Nimble Will Nomad is through hiking the Appalachian Trail for the 3rd time. When he completes this hike, he will be 83 years old.
I fell down, busted myself up twice today up there in those rocks, but I'm going to keep going and I'm going to do it. I'm going to finish. The reward is the beauty and the enjoyment of nature and being out with God and experiencing the challenge that the trail offers and meeting that challenge.
Nimble Will feels blessed to have learned the secret of the trail. He says it's a life-changing experience that makes you a better person.
We're more tolerant, we're more understanding, we're more loving and caring. We appreciate the good things in life because we've been denied them on the trail. And there's a whole basket full of wonderful experiences and other things that would contribute to making you a better person.
Flag Mountain, Alabama is where Nimble Will started his 2,200-mile trek. He's met plenty of great people along the way and says he'll keep going.
It takes a deep down commitment. It takes patience. I'm out here 146, 147 days now. You can't just do that as a casual whim. It's something that you have to plan and then be really dedicated to accomplishing. it's a goal that I've set for myself and that I'm going to be very proud when I finish it. It ain't easy.
You can follow Nimble Will's journey at nimblewillnomad.com as he becomes the oldest person to through hike the Appalachian Trail at 83 years old.
We're always looking for healthy homemade ideas. So when I found out Marie makes her own almond milk, I wanted to know how.
And you know that I always share, so I will make almond milk with you today and teach all of you how to make it at home too. And you know what? It's really easy, and it's the best almond milk that I've ever tasted. And I've had friends tell me the same thing. So.
All right, well, we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know because I drink it. I buy it, you know, at the grocery store.
And I used to, and what I did was I started looking at the ingredients that are in it, and there's a lot of stuff that you really don't need in that almond milk, and this is just so much healthier for you. So when you have the time, and it does take a little bit of time and organization, but the first step is to soak 1 cup of raw almonds in filtered water overnight in your refrigerator. So this has been sitting in my fridge since last night, and we're ready to go. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna strain that water out. I'll hand that to you. Just strain the water out. My Vitamix this is an important tool too. I'm not sure how this would work in a regular blender, but this is really powerful. So it really pulverizes the almonds.
Everybody in.
Yep, everybody in. You might need that, they kind of stick a little bit. So all that is almonds that were soaked in water overnight. You can play with your ratios, depending on how creamy you want your almond milk. 1 cup can go to 5 cups of filtered water. I've experimented a little bit with like 4.5 and 4, so I kind of am still going back and forth, but this is 5 cups of filtered water. Most of it went in there. Most of it went in there.
Okay.
A little bit of vanilla.
Okay.
And I don't really measure it, I just kind of squeeze in probably about a teaspoon. And I put in, I'm gonna let you do this, the teeniest bit, like 1/8 of a teaspoon of sea salt.
Okay, in it goes.
In it goes, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And you don't need the cinnamon, you can do plain, but
I love cinnamon.
Cinnamon is so good and so good for you that I started playing around with the cinnamon, and 2 teaspoons makes a really good almond milk. That makes me very happy. And that is it. There are no more ingredients in our almond milk. That's it. The next thing we're gonna do is pulverize everything in the Vitamix. We're gonna start on low. I just watch until I see most of those big pieces of almonds being gone. And this is really powerful, like I said, so it might take a lot longer in a normal
regular blender.
The next thing we have to do is get the almond meal out of the milk. So we're gonna do that through a bag.
Okay. Where'd you get your bag?
Online.
Okay.
I bought.
Where you buy everything
Where you
these
buy
days.
everything.
And then you just pour it through the
basically
bag.
just pour it through the bag. And then I have a really sophisticated way of doing this at my house. You'll
I can hardly wait.
You'll see. Well, and I don't like to lose any of the creaminess, so gotta get it in there.
Creamy, and
Very
I can
creamy.
smell the cinnamon.
So then the next thing I do, and this is my sophisticated way, is the bag gets hung right there, and then you just have to wait for a while.
How long do you wait? Like overnight?
No, like half an hour.
Okay.
All right, so it's been hanging for a little bit of time now.
Yes.
So the next thing is to squeeze out, so we're not wasting any almond milk that's stuck in there. So it's not that scientific of a way.
But you came up with your own little press.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it with my hands just because you want to keep this as clean as possible. You want to try it? Do a little bit of squeeze in there. Just trying to squeeze as much almond milk out as possible. Now, what do you think is in that bag?
Mush.
Yeah.
Am I right? A whole bunch of almond mush.
It's almond mush, yes, otherwise known as almond meal. And it is the waste product, but we're not going to waste it because I don't like to waste anything. So once we get that meal out of there, we're gonna turn that into something else. Sometimes I throw it into muffins or anything that I might be baking.
Okay.
And actually, one of my friends had a really good idea about turning it into a spread. So a little bit later, we're gonna save that and we're gonna turn it into a spread.
Like an almond
Can you
butter?
grab me that glass? Yeah, grab me that. We're gonna, and so I wouldn't call it almond butter because I think like a lot of the goodness of the almond is in there. So I'm not sure what, almond butter is usually roasted almonds turned into a spread. So there's a lot more to it. So, but it is a very interesting spread. So we're gonna make that a little bit later. For now, we're just gonna put it aside and finish the almond milk. So I just put it in mason jars, and this is how I store it in my fridge. I'm going to see.
Oh, I got you on this.
After all that, we want to make sure it stays there.
Yeah.
We don't lose any.
Yep. Okay, that's, wait, let me see. I'll put a little more
Yeah,
in
you
there.
have.
You want to try some before we go on to the next step?
Sure.
You might want to chill it before you drink it. Now it is somewhat chilled because we just got that. We just got those almonds out of the fridge. We're gonna kill this one because why not, right?
Because why not?
So, all right. Let's give that one of them to Zach.
For you. Cheers.
Cheers. Very healthy.
Oh, I can taste the cinnamon. It's delicious.
That's yummy.
Yeah, and this was so easy, Marie.
Really easy. The time of hanging it and the hassle of finding a place to hang it and getting it into the
So truthfully,
jars.
all you need to do is buy a bag of raw almonds.
Raw almonds.
Yeah,
Raw almonds
this
and
is
filtered
delicious.
clean water.
And you don't have to worry about any of the extra things that they throw in because you know exactly what you're putting in it.
So it's a keeper for me.
All right, we've got our bag filled with our almond meal. What's the steps that we do now?
Okay, we're gonna put that in a food processor. So
Okay.
you kind of wanna just bring the whole thing up and we're gonna turn it inside out. That's the easiest way. Start.
Turn it inside out, okay.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, the almond meal mush in the food processor.
All right, we're going to add some honey. I'll let you add the honey. And we're going to add some coconut oil. And I'm gonna just,
Now we have the honey jar. There we go.
I'm just gonna do 2 spoons of coconut oil. And the measurements are whatever you want them to be, so.
Now, why do you add the oil?
To make it creamier.
Okay.
The meal is kind of, has a weird texture to it.
If you do 2 oils, I'm doing 2 honeys.
Then that's good. That's perfect. It's whatever you want it to be. Now you could also, again, this could be anything. You could make it chocolate if you want. Since we were already going with the cinnamon theme with the milk, I'm gonna add 1 more teaspoon because remember this was made with cinnamon in it. So I'm putting 1 teaspoon of cinnamon in there. And we're gonna add a little bit more salt.
Okay.
I'm gonna add just another, remember we had an 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt in the milk, so I'm just gonna add another 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt because it doesn't really need lots.
Okay.
All right, and that's all
Vanilla or no?
I haven't put, I mean we probably could, but it has vanilla in it and I didn't think it really needed any more.
I think the most complicated thing of all the stuff that we're doing today is that you have to clean this. And you have to clean the Vitamix. So you have to clean
stuff, right.
But you like a homemade cool item is neat. Okay.
All right, so we'll just start it with that. There we go. Now, I just happened to have some carrot muffins that I made last night. So we'll use it kind of like icing and see how you guys like it. One for you.
Okay. It looks interesting. I'm used to seeing something look like frosting. It doesn't look like frosting, but it does kind of look like a spread that you would put on a muffin or
right, on a muffin or
bagel.
Even just on a bagel or a piece of bread or toast in the morning. And I eat it on my homemade sprouted grain rolls that I make a lot. But I happen to have these muffins and thought maybe you guys would like them. All right.
Smells wonderful.
Cheers again.
Cheers.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. The muffin's good too.
Well, we have a really messy project today, so we're at Kim's house for once instead of mine. Yay!
So this is a really cool thing. It involves a lot of paint, some blow dryers, and it was something I had never heard of before. So I'm bringing in an expert.
An art teacher, I hear.
An art teacher, yes. So my mom's been on the show. Your mom's been on the show.
Yes.
My sister has never been on the show, and she's about to move to Germany. So this is my last chance for at least a little while. So Deb, come on over here.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, guys.
We are so glad to have you with us. We know that this is beyond your comfort level, but that is
Yes.
completely fine. We know that you're great at this part, so you're going to help us out today, right?
Awesome. So tell us what this is called.
So this is an acrylic paint pour with a twist because this is called a Dutch pour. And basically what that means is instead of letting the acrylic run around with a regular acrylic pour, you blow it around with a blow dryer. And you can also finesse it with just blowing on it, or we are also going to use some straws today.
That makes a very interesting pattern.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's fun. Like if you're just looking for a color scheme and you can actually hang this on your wall and pretend someone really, important did it.
It looks like it. And who made this? Your niece?
This was done by Rachel, her daughter, and she loves purples, so it was perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect. And I think what's surprising to me is how much paint looks like is on there. There's a lot, right?
There is a lot. So it will take a hot minute to dry.
So be ready.
When she says a hot minute, she means weeks.
Like a week or two.
But it's not just regular acrylic paint and you go to town. You had to do something special, right?
Right, yes. So just so all the viewers out there know, Floetrol is the secret. So we've got Floetrol from Lowe's or Home Depot, and when we priced this out, like
at Michael's or one of the craft stores. So a bottle about this size was, I'm not gonna lie, almost $40.
Wow.
And then we went to Home Depot or Lowe's or wherever we went, and it was under $10.
Wow.
And you use a whole bunch of it, so.
To go to the home store.
So at the craft stores or the art stores, they're gonna call it liquid flow medium, everybody has their own name for it, but that's the active ingredient that you're looking for, and it's what house painters use to thin down the paint to make it go on your house nice and easy. So no point spending 40 when you can spend 10.
Yes.
And then you brought this little thing. What's this?
This is silicone oil, and basically you're just gonna drop a little bit of this into each of your colors, and it's what makes what they call cells. It's where the paint starts to separate.
The little bubbles.
Yeah, the little bubble looking like things, so you can see the other colors underneath.
Mm-hmm. So what do we have in here? This is just an empty cup.
It's just an empty red cup. We're not drinking today, we're making paint, so.
How much paint, Deb?
So the ratio that we use today.
Are we gonna measure or am I just gonna squirt?
We're gonna squirt.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be 25% paint to 75% Floetrol. So.
Okay, so
that's probably for what
enough.
we're doing good. And we just did a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And the Floetrol looks just like white paint when you're pouring it in. That look like 75%?
That's a good guess.
Stir it up. Does it matter when you put in the little drops?
No, it does not. But when you first start stirring, it makes your color look as though you've lightened it, made it a tint of the color, but it'll eventually go back to its real color.
It's a very nice pink color.
It's a very nice pink. I like that.
And then just how many drops of this?
It's up to you individually how many cells you want. Some people like the cell look, some people don't. So just a couple drops is all you really need.
Believe it or not, this is the hardest thing you're gonna do.
Maybe cleanup. Cleanup was a little hard.
Yeah, we're at my house because it is a little messy.
But your husband's not home, so if the deck gets a little bit messy, sorry, Keith.
Yeah, we'll all survive it.
You're gonna pick your background color, and I think the three of us, for simplicity's sake, are gonna do white today. So we're going to shake this up because it's been sitting for a little while.
And all these paints have been
Mixed with
Floetrol and the little silicone stuff.
Ah!
Told you it's a little messy, and we're just getting started.
And You can blow the white around with a blow dryer if you want to, but we're just gonna paint our background.
And this is just to get a base of slipperiness underneath there so that everything's going to move nicely.
I'm going to put some black right here.
So you're doing blacks and blues. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm just rolling with it. So we have 2 blow dryers out here. One was probably a cheap one that really has a lot of force, and the other one was probably more expensive, but doesn't, have as much.
So this is kind of handy because you can direct.
You're directional.
Yeah, but this one's got a lot more force. Tiny but mighty.
That's interesting.
Fun.
So now if you want to add another color on top of that, you can do that
Yeah,
too.
I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to add
Yeah, I
a
think
little,
I'm gonna
little
wait,
bit more.
I'm going to wait to see what this looks like when it goes out, but I'm thinking the same thing, like I'm not sure what that's going to do in the middle.
Well, I'm going to get started here.
I'll go low tech.
Oh, look at you with the straw.
Kim, I've seen you blow up balloons. Don't use the straw.
Yeah, I'm not the best at it. Let's be real. I mean, the two of you are so detail-oriented, them with their little straws, and I'm all about just give me high with the blow dryer, and I'm good to go. And I don't even know how I got purple on my hand, but somehow I did. I kind of like mine. Yours has a cool, like, empty space, like the black to white and maybe like the ocean in between or something. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Marie, yours looks like a party to me.
It does. Looks like a party on a canvas.
Woohoo! I'm lightheaded. I can't decide if I'm done or not.
Well, you know what? We have more canvases over there if you want to keep trying on a different one. I love this.
That should be done.
Now, how long, Deb, does this need to sit?
So, as we said, that one's still very wet, and it's been sitting for about a week. So I would say give yourself a solid 2 weeks, depending on how much paint you put on. So if you put just a little bit of paint, you might be good with a week. Otherwise, you're probably going to be waiting a couple of weeks. Also, when they're done, they
like a month later?
Yeah, they lose a little bit of their shine. So you can varnish them, or you can do resin on top, depending on how much shine you want. So
to be fair, it's been very humid though, so maybe a different time of year it might dry faster. It's been so humid and hot.
Hey, all right, but fun paints.
And painty hands. wait, let's check the deck. All right, Keith would approve.
Yeah, we're not getting in trouble, but you know what? We may make more. We're gonna get Zach involved. We'll let you know how he does.
You're doing like a sky over hell.
I'm gonna try not to make mud, but I might get close.
Okay, there's lots of mud in hell.
Yeah.
Is that the sun?
That's the sun.
Let's
see if I can make a sunset over the ocean. Done.
People are finally getting back together to enjoy cookouts and parties.
And what goes better with a cookout than watermelon?
Today we're going to be watermelon artists. Ooh. And who better to bring in to help us than Grammy Booth?
Graham, we haven't seen you in such a long time.
I know, it's about a year, I think.
We've missed you.
We've missed you so much.
Thanks. I miss you girls too.
And I am sure all your fans have been wondering where you are.
Yeah, well, and when we were getting back to work.
Yes.
This looks like a lot of work, doesn't it?
Yes.
Do you have an idea of what we should do here?
We have a vision.
Okay.
A vision to make watermelon art.
We're all going to do our own thing, so we can't even like help each other to make sure we're not making a mistake. We will.
we can try.
will, but we're all doing different things here, right?
Yes. So we're at Zach's back deck, which is like the perfect place to be on this beautiful summer day. And we're going to try different things. We've looked online to see some of the watermelon carving creations, and I decided my watermelon is going to turn into a pig.
Okay. My watermelon is going to be a porcupine.
And mine is going to be a shark that's going to eat all those others.
All right, and all the watermelon too.
Yes.
All right. Well, we know we need big knives for this.
Big knives to get started. And
you have a knife,
Graham, if you need help carving yours, you just point us in the right direction.
With a very sharp knife.
Well, first I'm going to, you know, put a line there so I can see what I'm doing.
She's going to give herself a guide, a little guide. All right.
I'm not going to give myself a guide. I'm just going to dig right in.
Me too. Teamwork, Graham. That's it.
Teamwork, yes.
Yeah, that's good.
The face of this watermelon is going to be the face of my pig, so I decided that this end was prettier than this end, so that's what made me decide.
Yeah, okay, I'm coming forward on mine just because the bottom part's going to be the bowl that's going to hold everything, and then there's a zigzag at the back of this porcupine's face. And because of that, I'm going to make it a little bigger than it has to be right now and then carve it smaller with the zigzag.
Makes sense.
If I cut this wrong, I'm going to make it look like a school of fish instead of a shark.
It'll work.
Yep, however it needs to be. And Graham, I think for yours too, you need to chop off the bottom part so you can stand it up.
That's what I'm...
You just have to chop it straight across so you can turn it on its side and stand it up.
I think I was doing the stand.
She was going.
It was on an angle.
She's going on an angle.
Yeah,
so
you're
that
probably
we could do,
right. Yep.
Yeah.
So that
You
she
keep
has
going.
more.
I'll stay out of your way. She sounds like she knows more than me.
All right.
Now you got to get rid of the watermelon that's in the middle.
But you don't.
Oh, it's easy to get
Don't
rid
send
of.
it too far. Yeah, you send it into your mouth or into a bowl to put back in later. Graham, usually when we do any kind of craft with sharp things, you bring Band-Aids. Did you bring Band-Aids? You usually have our back with that.
That's the way I have a do-it-yourself birdhouse that I sell. And I always put a couple of
Band-Aids in it. Yes, I know that about you. But you didn't bring it up this time, which made me think that maybe you trust us a little more now.
Well, it's been a while since she's seen us. She's forgotten.
She just forgot.
There it goes.
Can you get it? There's the bowl. We have aprons on for a reason. It's gonna get a little messy.
It's fresh.
Mm-hmm. And juicy, for sure.
So now, Marie, you and I have ours at least hollowed out. They look kind of similar now.
The pig and the porcupine look very much the same right now. I have to make a snout for mine, and so do you, but our snouts are very different because mine is a porcupine, like kind of pointy snout.
And mine is a kind of a snout that's like round in a circle.
Right.
And plus I have to make ears.
And I have to make feet.
Yes, and we both have to make feet. So this was just a piece. I have to make 4 feet, so I thought, okay, this piece, I'll just cut it in half and then cut it in half again. And what I found online was that they wanted you to keep a little bit of the pink on the end for your feet. So I'm gonna slide this out of the way a little bit so that you can see it.
I'm doing something similar for the nose.
And then you just put the feet in place, which is super, super easy. So there, can you see that, Zach? So my pig has feet. Doesn't have much else yet, but he has feet.
Here's the nose.
That is quite a snout.
Now, I don't know, what I don't know is...
What the best way to attach it?
Probably with those skewers, because it's kind of heavy. I could kind of...
Might need a couple of them.
We don't have a hammer, but I'm gonna make.
You're gonna create your own?
I just create my own hammer.
That's good. Oh, look at Zach coming through.
He's got a hammer, a real hammer. All right. It's not my bronze hammer.
Nope.
Bronze hammers are earned. I have to earn one.
You have
That's
to earn
true,
one,
you do.
Zach. There. Oh, no.
Uh-oh, did it break?
No, it didn't break.
Okay.
It just got pushed in. Now I need the hammer to go from the other way. Thanks for the hammer, Zach.
Just whistle while you work.
Not me. I'm not a very good whistler, Graham.
Me neither.
You were way better than me. I can't do it at all. Best it gets. Not one of my talents.
The fun part about this really is that it doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna last for one day, one cookout, and nobody's gonna judge you. Well, I don't know, maybe some people will, but we won't.
Nope.
Okay, I have made my snout kind of round as it could be with a little pink on the end, and this is going to go right here to be my pig's snout, because that's where it should be. So I'm going to need some of these tools. I don't know if I'll need
Be careful with the hammer.
famous last words.
Oh, Graham, the shark is looking awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, looking sharkish, huh?
A little sharkish. Right now it almost looks like a clam with really sharp teeth.
Wow, I think it looks fabulous.
Doesn't it?
We're doing the best we can, and she's over there creating art.
She is, yeah. That's the artist over there.
Just in case you didn't know. I'm pretty sure everybody that knows us knew.
A dentist could do a better job than this.
I don't know, that looks pretty awesome.
Don't smush the blueberry.
Yeah, I would hammer after before you put the blueberry on, I'd hammer it in. Because hammering and smushing a blueberry.
That blueberry's gone. History. I was smushing the blueberry with a hammer.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good.
I wasn't thinking clearly.
No, it's all right. As we said, there is no judgment, only laughs.
I did not have finesse with
She
the
earned
hammer.
a bronze hammer, but now she's trying to hammer a blueberry.
There's a little bit of overkill. Thanks for the tool, though, Zach. I liked it.
Yay, these look unbelievably awesome.
Everybody did such a good job.
Oh, I think they're adorable.
They're
I just
cute.
love them.
Great for a picnic, right?
Oh,
They
you
really
know it.
are. So, okay, let's recap for all those viewers at home. Mine is a little pig. I'm gonna call him Herbie. Don't ask me why. He
My dad's name.
He just feels like a Herbie to me. So he has a snout that was made from a rind, just in a circle. We've, a couple extra blueberries for the eyeballs, some ears, and then we gave him feet, but I'm gonna turn him sideways so you can see he even has a little curly tail that's maybe gonna hold up. And you fill the rest in with your watermelon or whatever other fruit you have.
Mine was cut similarly to yours, but mine is a porcupine. His name is Tough Guy. And I'm gonna move him so his feet are gonna fall off, but you can see like his back, the little skewers or the little toothpicks make for a great picnic. And then he has a limp. So we gotta
He's fallen a little bit.
fix his limp. And yours, Graham,
is my favorite.
Everybody can see that's a shark
a very friendly looking shark
with blueberry eyeballs.
with blueberry eyeballs.
Yes.
And a fin. And I love how you did the teeth because you actually cut the green part off so they actually look like teeth.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
And he's a hungry, hungry shark.
There's a little green left on him. I'm going to have to get a toothbrush for him.
Yes, you are. All of this watermelon, I can't believe it. There's no way we can eat it all.
We are not going to eat it all. But we do have another idea.
That's right, and we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna use this watermelon with some other of our favorite fruits.
And make Boozy Pops. Welcome back to our party on Zach's back deck.
Well, Graham is staying with us, and she convinced us we needed to make something with booze.
She brought it all out and said, what are we going to do with this?
Actually, no, we're going to introduce her to our bad ways. But either way, so I have jumped on board to the whole juicing thing. So if you're wondering what this giant contraption here is, it's my juicer from home. I make a lot of green juices. And that means I always have fruits and vegetables floating around. And since we were making this
all that watermelon
stuff,
yep.
Yeah, so now we're going to make popsicles. Because
right.
what could be more fun than do-it-yourself popsicles so you're not buying the stuff at the store that's all processed.
Yeah, that's right.
So the idea is that we fill up these little popsicle trays with things that we'd actually enjoy making. So Graham, will let you go first. You can have your first endeavor at making a popsicle of choice.
Well, you'll have to show me what to do.
All you do is
Throw
take
it
whatever
in.
you want and pop it in there.
Well, I'm going to, since we had all this watermelon,
That's what you're
that's
going
too
with?
big.
Yep, put a couple pieces in. Can you get
Oh!
it? No, that's all right.
Close enough.
Where's Josie? Josie, there's some watermelon for you. You can add anything you want, whatever you think will mix well with your watermelon.
How about some lemon?
That's a lime.
That's a
Do you
lime.
want lemon or
A lime's
lime?
good too.
Okay.
Okay, a lime.
And, oh my goodness, I don't know.
Putting her on the spot.
Raspberries are good.
Raspberries, yes.
Okay.
Is that enough?
I think that's probably enough, but there's only one way to tell. You ready?
Okay.
You put that on and hit the button, Graham. All right, let's see what we got. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Now that's probably, we're gonna need a little more. I'm gonna pour it in this one so everybody at home can see it. Okay.
Gotta leave room.
Gotta leave room for the alcohol. What alcohol are you putting in there?
Oh, what's this pink stuff?
She doesn't care.
It's Pink Whitney, New Amsterdam.
Well,
It's a vodka. It's a flavored vodka. Does that make you happy?
There's a coconut one. Coconut.
No, I don't care for coconut
All right.
that
Well,
much.
then we're going with the Pink Whitney, whatever that is.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh, pink lemonade. That sounds good. You're going to need a little more watermelon, though, I think, or a little more. Okay, that's enough. So the reason that we're measuring this out is because in order for it to freeze, it has, according to Zach, it can be 35 proof. It can't be any more than 35 proof.
have to
And
lay
it
low.
has to be. Pop
Okay.
that sucker in now. Wait till you turn it on till we put that back. Okay, hook her up.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's see if we have enough now. I think we might. Whoa, and a little extra.
Yep.
Okay, here, this will be our extra cup for you. Now, Marie, are you ready to make yours?
Sure.
Now,
Yes,
if you
yes.
want, you could double it so you make a couple popsicles.
Okay. All right.
Or
well,
if you're not sure, you could make several different kinds of popsicles.
I'm sure.
Hey,
All right.
that's good.
Well, let me try.
Is it good?
That's without the alcohol. That's just the juice.
Yes, that's just the juice. That is
All right.
very good.
So anybody that knows me knows I am a strawberry
Fiend.
and blueberry girl. Strawberries and blueberries. And whoop. And I think I will throw
And
in.
you didn't even drink yet, and you're dropping.
That's true, Graham. She's
That's
having
true.
trouble.
And I think I'll throw a lemon in there. It doesn't
Okay.
matter if the seeds are in, it's going to keep
No,
them out.
it's going to keep them out.
Okay.
And then do you want anything else? Now, what I have noticed when I looked up a bunch of recipes online is if you do berries, berries don't make as much juice as, like, say, a watermelon.
Well, I was thinking maybe I'll throw a piece of pineapple in.
Well, what they do is they throw in an apple because the apple
doesn't have much of a flavor.
Doesn't have much of a flavor, but it's totally up to you.
We'll do the pineapple.
Okay.
So
down.
Is it done, or you turn it off?
Wait till it looks like it's just dripping. Okay, now it's done.
All right.
I'm gonna slide
I'm gonna
it
do the
over.
Malibu rum. So I'm the
Of course you
coconut
are.
girl.
Okay, I'm gonna separate yours so that we know whose is whose. And this is gonna fill up, so I'm gonna give you some space to put that alcohol in.
Oops, don't.
Graham, there she goes again, spilling things.
No, we need a funnel. We're wasting stuff here. All right, there we go.
Beautiful. Now, I'm gonna make Zach's real quick because Zach decided he wanted coffee, which sounds interesting to
So
me.
you're not putting that in the juicer, or you are?
I'm not putting it in the juicer. Okay,
Right.
so we've got
Help now.
coffee and we've got the Baileys. Yes, I'm putting his in the middle so that
You're not going to mistake that.
it doesn't get confused
Now,
with
is
yours.
that going to be a popsicle?
It is.
Yes. Yes,
a
ma'am.
coffee popsicle. Okay, put a little
Put the funnel back there.
Yes.
That was how this started, remember?
Yes, Zach brought us a funnel. Ooh, look at it. Looks so pretty. You can really do anything with the Boozy Pops.
Look at the size of that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful strawberry.
Okay.
Sometimes I think to myself it's sad to juice it because
It's so
you
pretty.
could just bite into it and eat it. But sometimes the strawberries aren't that beautiful and you've got extra. And instead of them going bad, you can just
There,
make
there you
something.
Will that do it?
That'll probably make one. Yes, it probably will. That has a cool color.
Yeah. Looks like sherbet.
It does look like sherbet.
What kind of booze are you putting in it? You have a
Pineapple,
pineapple vodka.
a banana.
Ugh.
I'm feeling
I'll
the
take
same
the
way.
pineapple vodka.
Pineapple vodka.
Pineapple vodka.
Sounds good.
Okay. Filled that puppy
All right.
right up. We have some extra fruit and we are going to make some that if you don't have the little popsicle holders, you can make them yourself.
Yeah.
So let's make a kitchen sink.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
We're gonna make a kitchen sink.
Apple.
Throw in an apple.
Some raspberries, some blueberries, right? Blueberries, right? A thing of pineapple, and some and a strawberry or two,
And a watermelon.
and some watermelon.
That's truly the kitchen sink right there.
At least from this table, right?
Okay.
Here, should we get rid of the rest of these raspberries?
Get rid of the rest of them. All right, and if it doesn't make enough, we're gonna add some more. Ready? And this is courtesy of Dawn Cloesy, our administrative assistant. She found these for us, and it was a great idea.
All right.
Then you need plastic
Are we putting
wrap.
booze in there or no?
Let's
Making
make
those
these for
clean?
kids.
We'll make these for the kids. So the bigger popsicles are for the kids.
Okay, so then you have to tightly put the plastic wrap around. And then cover it with a rubber band. And then our handy dandy tongue depressor.
Probably don't want to make it quite that long so that it still sits on its own.
Yeah, and you can just
that's what
jab
you
a
was
little
doing.
hole. And then you stick the tongue depressor in. Don't make your hole too big or the tongue depressor will fall over. And there you go, that can go right in the freezer as well. And here's something else you can do that makes them kind of fun too. We decided that Zach's had the banana in that neither one of us like. Graham, do you do bananas? Do you like bananas?
Oh, yes.
All right, well then Graham will like bananas.
But you're going to mark the bananas so
The
we know.
bananas get a blueberry. And it'll
So we
probably
know.
sink down to the bottom. But to make them pretty, you could oh, here's a raspberry. Or
We could just cut up some strawberry.
Yeah, or you cut up like this raspberry small. And you could just throw them in and it makes it pretty. And as it,
You could even just
They're a
do
pretty
like
color.
yeah, stick them right down in.
we don't want to make them too big because we made them pretty full.
Yeah, they are pretty full. We're gonna stir them up quick too. Make sure the alcohol doesn't just go in one spot.
Then we just have to put their tops on.
Tops on.
Or bottoms on, depending on your viewpoint. And they're not on well yet.
All right, these ice pops have been sitting overnight and they're ready for us to enjoy. So I have like mixed berry and orange and lemon.
These are delicious. I think we should go sit with Graham and enjoy our pops.
Absolutely, we should. Hey, and thanks for being with us as we've enjoyed our summer party.
Absolutely.
And remember, however you spend your summer, be the talk of the town. Marie, you don't have a puppy dog on your lap.
What's wrong with me?
Having a squirrel.
Yeah, the squirrels. There's a couple squirrels over there. They'd love to come and eat popsicles
No
with
thanks.
us.
I think they have sharp nails.
He put that ear of corn out just this morning. Look what they've done to it already.
Oh, they're happy.